I'm Pushpamita Prodidatta, working as an assistant professor in Electrical Electronics Engineering Department, Ramaya Institute of Technology. Today, I want to share with you one of my analysis, and I made a method where it's a novel method where we can write a multiplication table within a minute for any number. It can be 1 digit, 2 digit, 3 digit, 4 digit, any number. We can write a multiplication table within a minute. Whatever till now available in the net or in the research is up to 100. The multiplication table writing up to 100. But this method can help to write a multiplication table for any number. It can be any number. So this method goes with two concepts. One concept is a pattern. I normally took one pattern, and then second concept is analysis of pattern. Now when I talk about pattern, I will show some pattern. So let us understand. Let us start with a number ending 9. So number ending 9 means any number which ends with 9. So it can be 9, it can be 90, it can be 59, it can be 249, it can be 3559. So anything ends with 9. So let's start with the pattern of number ending 9. So here is the pattern for number ending 9. So whichever number is having rightmost digit is 9. For that, the pattern is 98765432. So this is the pattern for number ending 9. Now this pattern is, if you just look into this pattern, it is decremented. So it is a descending order 9 to 1. And this is the pattern. We will follow it for all the numbers which is ending with 9. So now let's take an example. Let's take the multiplication table for 9. So 9 means this is 0, 9. So here, this is, I have written the pattern for 9, and the left hand side number is 0. So here, because it is decrementing order, so that this number will be added with 1. So we take 1, and the consecutive number I have to add with 1. So it is 0 plus 1, 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1, because this is, it is the left hand side number is 0, so it is incremented by 1. So everywhere I have added with 1 because it is decremented continuously. Now, if you see this is the 9th table. 9th table anyways is a very easy table because I can write it 9 to 0 and 9 to 0. So we will get the 9th table. It is not a big deal. So now, let us understand how to write down the number ending 9 for 2-digit number. So it is a 69 the next example. Now here I am trying to tell the next concept what I have made. Now we have understood the number ending with whatever number, we have to write down their pattern in the right hand side. So this number ending 6, so I have written the pattern for 6. Now once I have written the pattern for 6, the right hand side most digit I will analyze that. So once I start analyzing, I see that this 6 to 2 it is decrease, and 2 to 8 it is increase. Again 8 to 4 it is decrease, 4 to 0 it is decrease. So here the next concept come into the picture. Whenever any number is decreased, that time the left hand side number will be incremented by 1 and added with the consecutive. So it is decreased here, so 29 will be added with 1, it becomes 30. 30 is added. Here it is increased, the same number will be added. The left hand side number will be added. Here it is decreased, 1 increment and it is added with 30. Decreased, added with 30. Increased, added with 29. And so on. We have to see the pattern of the right hand side. Which part it is decreased and increased. If it is decreased, one number will be added to the left hand side number and will be put it. And if it is increased, then the same number will be added to the consecutive numbers. So here I have given two more patterns where I have done it for 497 as well as 943 for 7 and 3. And if you just look into it, it is following the same concept. First concept, the 7 is having a pattern, so I have written the 7 pattern, and then I have understood which is decreased and which is increased. Wherever it is decreased, the incremented one is added. Whenever it is increased, the same number is added with the consecutive. So it gives a clear picture that any number table, we can write it with this two concept. Now, it might be thought that it is useful for 3-digit number, why we have to bother for 2-digit number. It is very much useful for 2-digit number. Here I have given an example of 2-digit number, same concept holds good. Even it is helpful for 1-digit number also. Using this method, not a single multiplication table is needed to be memorized or remembered. Normally students or kids find it very difficult in the early ages to remember or by heart the tables. Here it is a gift for them. They can do or they can write the multiplication table without memorizing anything. Only the stuff that they have to remember is the pattern. If they remember the pattern, everything is a gift for them. Now, it might be a question that why beauty of this method is we can verify our table is correct or not. Because